Steelers plan. Strategic free agency moves. Two big signings could be coming. The Pittsburgh Steelers have a long way to go if they want to get back to Super Bowl contention. Last season exposed weaknesses that cannot be ignored. The collapse at the end of the year made it clear that the defensive line and wide receiver core were not up to par for a competitive NFL team. General Manager Omar Khan knows these are areas that need immediate attention. With significant cap space to work with this offseason, Khan will have the opportunity to pursue players who can make an immediate impact and elevate the team for 2025. And by all accounts, the Steelers are already preparing their first strategic moves for free agency. According to Jerry Dulac of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, the franchise has two priority targets to bolster both the offense and defense once the market opens. Could these signings be the turning point that finally ends the Steelers' postseason drought? Khan's targets to transform the Steelers. During Dulac's Steelers chat, the analyst was asked which players are on the team's radar this offseason. His answer may excite fans as for WR. I think you can start with who they were ready to trade last season, Christian Kirk. As for DL, how about Super Bowl champion Milton Williams from the Eagles? Two names, two reinforcements that could transform the Steelers. But what exactly do they bring to the team? Christian Kirk, the missing piece for the Steelers' offense? Christian Kirk is not a new name in Pittsburgh's backrooms. The wide receiver was already on the franchise's radar last season, but a collarbone injury shortly before the trade deadline prevented the deal from being finalized. Now, the Steelers can go back to work to finally bring the receiver to their roster. Since joining the Jacksonville Jaguars, Kirk has proven to be a reliable and productive target. In 37 games, he has accumulated 168 receptions, 2,274 yards, and 12 touchdowns, numbers that show his ability to stretch the field and create explosive plays. The Steelers urgently need a complementary wide receiver for George Pickens, someone who can be a consistent threat and relieve pressure in the passing game. Kirk would be exactly that piece, making the offense more balanced and unpredictable. But Khan's reinforcement plan doesn't stop there. The team is also eyeing a big name to bolster the defensive line. Milton Williams, the solution to the Steelers' defensive woes. If the Steelers want to become a dominant force on defense, they need more talent and aggression in the trenches. And Milton Williams, Super Bowl champion with the Eagles, could be the answer. During Philadelphia's victory over the Kansas City Chiefs, Williams showed his impact in decisive games, recording 4 total tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, a forced fumble, and a recovery. His presence in the Steelers' front seven would provide more flexibility and strength to the defensive system, allowing Keanu Benton to be utilized more effectively. With the run defense shaky at the end of the 2024 season, adding a player with experience and a winning record could be just what the Steelers need to avoid making the same mistakes in 2025. Do the Steelers have the resources to make these signings? The good news for fans is that the Steelers are in a strong financial position. With ample salary cap space, the team can invest aggressively in free agency. In addition, the team can open up even more cap space with strategic cuts and contract restructuring, allowing these moves to be just the beginning of a major overhaul for 2025. Khan's goal is clear: leave no stone unturned until the Steelers have a roster ready to compete at a high level again. What's next? Will these moves transform the Steelers? With a well-defined plan and strategic targets on the radar, the Steelers are ready to build a more competitive team for next season. But will these signings be enough to take Pittsburgh back to the NFL elite? Now we want to hear your opinion. Do you think Christian Kirk and Milton Williams would be ideal reinforcements for the Steelers? Leave your comment below and write Steelers need to act fast. If you believe so, that the team must close these signings as soon as possible, and to continue following all the updates, negotiations, and behind-the-scenes news from the NFL, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Your Participation strengthens our community and helps us bring you exclusive and up-to-date content about the league.